Okay, so I'm going to try making a liquid soap or shampoo, and I'm using this book, Making Natural Liquid Soap, and I'm using the paste, there we go, the paste method in her book, because I don't want to use alcohol. And this is my first time making a shampoo, so it should be fun. I got everything ready. The first thing you're supposed to do is prepare your double boiler. So I have this big pot over here, and I filled it with the 4 inches of water and turned it on. I only turned it on 5 because I only want just a small boil. And then I'm supposed to weigh out the fats and the oils, and do that first. And then you have to melt them and continue heating them until they reach 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and then turn the heat down low to maintain 160 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to do that, and I'll let you see. Okay, so I measured my hard oils. I put them in there, and what I have in there is palm oil and coconut oil and shea butter. They're refined shea butter. And yeah, I didn't use a recipe that was in this book because I made my own and used soap calc. Because the recipes in this book, even the ones that have a little bit of coconut oil in them, have a lot of coconut oil in them, and I think that it would be just too dry for my hair. So I made my own little recipe, researched online, and found what the best oils to use would be. So I decided I'm going to use avocado oil, jojoba oil, and wheat germ oil. And I also, this is olive oil with it's my lemon green tea mixture olive oil. So I just infused lemon rinds and green tea in this for about 3 hours. And I let it sit for even longer than that, actually. And my original recipe that I made on soap calc had about a cup of olive oil, and this recipe has a little bit less than that because I wanted to incorporate the wheat germ oil into the recipe, so I had to use a little bit less of this. So I'll have some left over, yay, which means I can put it in another soap. And then castor oil, of course, because you want a lot of lather, and castor oil is good for that, and it's good for your hair too. And this kind of soap uses potassium hydroxide, and this stuff when you open up the container, don't stick your face over it just to look in, even, because there's a vapor or something that comes off it even when you just open up the container. So I started coughing as soon as I opened it up. And because this stuff is so caustic, I make sure I have a big jug of vinegar nearby. And I'm gonna put vitamin E in there as well, and you need this stuff. They call for this stuff in this book, which is why I got it originally, but I started using it for all my soaps. I'm going to put vegetable glycerin, and I think I'm going to put some aloe vera extract in there as well, and I'm going to scent it with grapefruit essential oils. And for neutralizing the soap, I'm going to use citric acid, because from my research online, Dr. Bronner's liquid soap, liquid Castile soaps, are neutralized with citric acid, so that's what I'm going to use. It can actually be good for your hair in small quantities anyway, so we'll see how that works, and I'll show you how to make the neutralizing solution with citric acid. I'm just going to measure out my liquid oils now so that I can add them to my solid oils once they're all melted, which they already are. Thanks. Okay, I wanted to add my soft oils to my hot oils, and they were just way too hot, so I decided I'm just putting it in a cold water bath just to cool it down a little bit before adding my soft oil. Okay, so I think I finally got it at 106. Oh, now it's going up a little bit. 265. But I've turned the temperature down so it should stick there. So I'm going to go and mix my lye water now outside. See you then. So you're supposed to pour it not too fast, but it's supposed to heat up almost immediately to 150 degrees. Can you hear that? Wow. Well, it didn't last too long, but oh, there's still some more in the container. Okay, so there's some really bad fumes that come off this, and you're not supposed to breathe them in, so you're supposed to stay far enough away from it. I think that they're all dissolved now, so I'm just going to put this up where no kids can reach it, and cover it and go look at my book. Okay, so having a few difficulties. Maintaining temperatures is one of them. Got too hot, and then I cooled it down too far. Holy camoly. And now this is cooled down too far. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm trying to do a nice slow steady stream. I can see why they recommend using what they use is a 2-quart water bottle, and they put a cover on it, and they poke 2 holes in the cover, in the metal cover. One that's a big hole and one that's a little hole, and then they shake it up, and no, I don't think they shake it up. They when they put the cover on, they put it so that the lye solution comes out the big hole. And the little holes for letting air back into the bottle. And it comes out a nice even stream that way, and I guess I might do that next time. And then stir with a whisk or stick blender. Basically the same way you would with soap. But it says here that the stir phase from sodium soap is normally a gradual, predictable curve from thick to thin. Or sorry, from thin to thick. But potassium soap stock can remain stubbornly thin for a long time and then suddenly thickening up. So you have to stir it until the soap becomes quite viscous. Otherwise, separation may occur between the potassium soap solution and the soap stock. So I'll show you when it starts to suddenly thicken up.